He had everything. The McLaren, the 8-figure bank account, arms like steel cables, a jawline that could cut glass. And she still texted her ex at 2 a.m. while he was sleeping next to her. You think money protects you? You think muscles make you irreplaceable? You think status makes her loyal? You're living in a fantasy that's about to shatter. Right now, there's a billionaire somewhere getting played by a woman who works at Starbucks. There's a UFC fighter whose girl is fantasizing about the skinny poet she met at a bookstore. There's a CEO who built an empire, and his wife is already planning her exit with half his assets while she slides into another man's DMs. And here's what will destroy you. She's not even evil. She's just following her nature. A nature that doesn't give a damn about your bench press, your portfolio, or your Instagram verification badge. Because the game changed, and nobody told you. Your grandfather's formula? Dead. That contract where a man provides and a woman stays grateful? Burned to ashes. Today's woman has options. Infinite options. Her phone is a catalog of men who will validate her, chase her, promise her the world at any hour of any day. And you? You're just Tuesday's entertainment until Wednesday's excitement shows up. Here's the first brutal truth that successful men refuse to accept. Your value is temporary. Her options are permanent. You spent 10 years building your body. She can swipe and find 20 guys with better genetics in 10 seconds. You worked 80-hour weeks to afford that penthouse. She's getting dinner invites to better places from men she's never even met. You learned game, studied psychology, became interesting. But she's not looking for interesting anymore. She's looking for different. Remember that tech founder who caught his fiancée with his unemployed roommate? The one who couldn't believe she'd throw away their future for a guy who played video games all day? He made the same mistake you're making right now. He thought achievement created attraction. He thought resources guaranteed respect. He thought being the prize meant she'd never look elsewhere. Wrong. Dead wrong. Modern women don't cheat because they find someone better. They cheat because they're bored. And nothing bores a woman faster than a man who thinks he's won. The moment you believe your status has secured her, the countdown begins. Not to when she leaves, but to when she's already gone in her mind while her body still shares your bed. You know what's happening right now while you're watching this? There's a hedge fund manager whose girlfriend is at yoga class. Except yoga ended an hour ago. There's a plastic surgeon whose wife just saved her personal trainer's number under Jennifer from work. There's a real estate mogul who just posted about his perfect relationship while she's screenshotting their joint accounts. The high-value man delusion has created more cuckolds than any propaganda in history. Because while you were in the gym, while you were closing deals, while you were becoming the prize, she was evolving too. Into something your success can't contain. Into something your money can't buy. Into something your muscles can't hold. She doesn't need your protection anymore. The state protects her. She doesn't need your provision. Her job, her parents, or the next man will provide. She doesn't even need your commitment. She's got 1,000 virtual boyfriends giving her dopamine hits through her screen. So what does she need from you? The one thing you stopped giving the moment you thought you'd made it. And that's where the real nightmare begins. Uncertainty. Danger. The constant threat that you might leave first. The moment she knows she has you, truly has you, you become furniture. Expensive furniture, sure. Furniture with a six-pack and a Swiss bank account. But furniture nonetheless. That investment banker who caught his wife with the bartender? He gave her everything except doubt. That professional athlete whose girlfriend filmed herself with 2 strangers? He gave her security, stability, and the death sentence of every relationship, predictability. You became safe, and safe men don't make women wet. They make women comfortable. Comfortable enough to shop for your replacement while wearing the jewelry you bought them. Here's what's happening in her brain. And neuroscience backs this up. The same neural pathways that fire for intense attraction also fire for uncertainty and fear. When you were struggling, when you were hungry, when you had that edge because you had to win, that's when she couldn't stop thinking about you. But success softened you. Money made you comfortable. Status made you boring. And boring is the only sin women never forgive. You think that Ferrari in your garage means something? Your neighbor drives a Honda Civic, and his girl worships him because he might disappear tomorrow. He's got options because he acts like he has options. He's got mystery because he doesn't text back immediately. He's got power because he hasn't handed it all to her on a platinum platter. Meanwhile, you're sending good morning texts. You're planning vacation 6 months out. You're talking about growing old together. You're acting like a husband while she's already auditioning your replacement. The professional fighter whose wife cheated with her yoga instructor. Want to know the real reason? It wasn't because the instructor was more spiritual or sensitive. It's because the instructor didn't care if she showed up to class. The fighter? He was tracking her location, calling between rounds, suffocating her with security she never asked for. But here's where it gets truly dark. Women will sabotage a perfect relationship just to feel something. They'll blow up their entire world for 5 minutes of emotional intensity. They'll trade a mansion for a studio apartment if the studio apartment comes with drama, uncertainty, and the delicious anxiety of not knowing what happens next. That's why she's texting her ex. Not because he's better than you. He's probably worse in every measurable way. But he's unpredictable. He's dangerous. He might hurt her again. And that possibility is more intoxicating than your guaranteed devotion could ever be. You know what the most successful men never understand? The men who get cheated on the least aren't the richest or the strongest. They're the ones who stay hungry, who maintain other options, who keep one foot out the door, who make her work for attention she used to get for free. Your commitment is killing her attraction. Your availability is murdering her desire. Your success made you soft, and soft men get played by hard women who learned the game while you were busy winning at life. She doesn't want your money. She wants your edge. She doesn't want your protection. She wants to wonder if you'd even protect her at all. She doesn't want your dedication. She wants to fight for something she might lose. But you gave her the opposite. You gave her everything. And in a woman's mind, a man who gives everything has nothing left worth taking. The real killer? She warned you. Every time she mentioned that toxic ex she couldn't get over. Every time she said she was attracted to bad boys. Every time she complained about nice guys being boring. You thought becoming successful would override her programming. You're about to learn why that was your biggest mistake. The solution isn't becoming poor. It's not getting fat. It's not destroying what you've built. It's understanding the game behind the game. Every high-status man who keeps his woman has a secret. Not a prenup, not surveillance, not even other women. He has something far more powerful. He never stopped being dangerous. That billionaire whose wife stayed faithful for 30 years. He fires executives for sport. He destroys companies before breakfast. He's the same savage who built his empire, just wearing more expensive suits. She doesn't stay for his money. She stays because she knows what he's capable of when crossed. That MMA champion whose girl never strayed. He spars harder now than when he was broke. He still has that look in his eyes that says he'd burn everything down and start over tomorrow. His success didn't domesticate him. It just gave him bigger prey. You want to know why your girl is slipping away? Look in the mirror. Where's the hunger that built your body? Where's the rage that built your business? Where's the man who would have killed for what you have now? He's dead. You killed him with comfort, and she's mourning him by finding his ghost in other men. Here's the nuclear truth. Women don't want providers. They want conquerors who happen to have resources. They don't want protectors. They want predators who choose not to hunt them. They don't want safety. They want to feel safe dancing on the edge of danger. The moment you became husband material, you stopped being fantasy material. The moment you became reliable, you became replaceable. The moment you offered forever, she started counting down the days. But here's what changes everything. You can resurrect that edge, not by losing what you have, but by acting like you could walk away from all of it tomorrow without blinking. Start disappearing, not to play games, but to stay sharp. Take trips alone, have conversations she's not part of. Build projects she doesn't understand. Become unavailable not as manipulation, but as truth. Because a man who's truly building an empire doesn't have time to text every hour. Stop explaining yourself. Stop asking permission. Stop seeking approval for decisions you've already made. The man who conquered his industry doesn't need validation from someone who posts motivational quotes on Instagram. Create uncertainty, not chaos, but questions. Let her wonder where you are sometimes. Let her guess what you're thinking. Let her work for information she used to get for free. Make her earn what you've been giving away like candy to a child. And here's the hardest part. Be willing to lose her. Actually willing. Not pretending, not bluffing, but genuinely prepared to watch her walk away. Because the only power you have in any relationship is your ability to leave it. And she needs to feel that power humming beneath every interaction, like electricity through water. The high-status men who keep their women don't keep them through success. They keep them through controlled danger, through cultivated mystery, through the constant reminder that they chose to be there today, but tomorrow is never guaranteed. Your money means nothing if you're weak. Your muscles mean nothing if you're soft. Your status means nothing if you're safe. She doesn't want a provider. She wants a problem she can't quite solve, a problem that excites her, a problem that might disappear if she doesn't play her cards right. Stop being the solution to her life. Start being the question she can't stop asking. Because the truth about why rich, jacked, high-status men get cheated on is simple. They forgot that attraction isn't about what you have. It's about what you might take away. And the moment she believes you never will, you've already lost.